joining me for my tutorial today. This is the snowy seal pup, and as you can see, it's a super cute little seal, and it's perfectly pocket-sized for you to take around and for little ones to enjoy. This seal is made using two types of yarn. You'll be using super bulky weight chenille velvet yarn for the head and the body. It's done in one piece. And you'll be using a medium weight cotton or acrylic yarn to crochet the muzzle, the arms, and the leg or the tail flippers. Let's go ahead and crochet this cute, quick, and easy amigurumi. For materials, you're going to need two types of yarn. You'll need medium weight yarn for the muzzle, arm flippers, and the tail flippers. This is Hobby Cotton 8/8. With that yarn, I'm using a 3.25mm crochet hook. For the body and the head, you'll be using plush yarn. This is a super bulky weight chenille velvet yarn, and it's Hobby's toucan yarn. With the super bulky weight yarn, I'm using a 5mm crochet hook. You will also need stuffing, scissors, a yarn needle, plastic safety eyes. I'm using 12mm eyes for my seal, and you'll be getting some thin black yarn for embroidering the little details on your seal. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and crochet the head and the body. We're starting off with the plush yarn here. This is weight 6 super bulky plush yarn and a 5mm crochet hook. For the head, we're going to start off with 2 chains in round 1. Here's my slip knot to begin my chains. Chain 1 and chain 2. Now we're going to work in the second chain from the hook, inserting 8 single crochets into the second chain. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. After you do that, we're going to move on to round 2. For round 2, we're going to increase all around. So put 2 single crochets in each stitch. There's my first increase. Oops. Here's my second increase. Third increase. Fourth increase. Fifth increase. Sixth increase. Seventh increase. And 8th increase. Now we've got round 2 complete. It's time to move on to round 3. For round 3, you're going to single crochet and increase, repeating that around 8 times. If you'd like, you can use a piece of strap yarn to create a stitch marker. I'm just going to use a tiny little thread here, and I'm going to put it at the start of my round. So this will tell me where my round begins and ends. Now, let's start with round 3, so that's single crochet and increase. And repeating that around, single crochet and increase. And single crochet and increase. And we're going to meet back at the end of this round. Here, round 3 is complete. Now, to move on to rounds 4 to 6, we're just going to single crochet around for these next several rounds. I'm switching my yarn marker up here and getting ready to start. And again, for rounds 4 all the way to 6, we're just doing single crochets around for a total of 3 rounds. So let's go ahead and meet back when we finish single crocheting around for round 6. Here is what it looks like when round 6 is complete. As you can see, the head is taking shape. And now is actually a good time to put in those plastic safety eyes. I put in 12mm eyes, and they're between rounds 4 and 5. So counting from the top, that's round 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So right between 4 and 5 here. And I put them 6 stitches apart. So counting from there, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. When you're ready, you can go ahead and just fasten the backings on. I sometimes have trouble, so I like to use this nifty little tool. I've got a link in the description box if you want to get the safety eye attachment tool. It makes it really easy to put on those safety eyes, and very securely too. They get them in a lot better than my hands could ever do. So just pop it in and click, just like that. All right. Now let's keep working along. For round number 7, we're simply going to decrease all the way around. So starting here, we're going to decrease 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, after you do that, you will have round number 7 complete, and we're going to start on round 8 now. For round 8, we're going to work only in the front loops only. So that means instead of going under both loops like you would normally do, we're going to go under only the front loop that is closer to you. So working in the front loops only for this entire round 8. So in the front loops, we're going to single crochet 2 and then increase, repeating that 4 times around. Let's get started here. So single crochet in the front loop, 1 and 2. Oops, pulled a little too hard there. Then in the next stitch, I'm going to increase. Continue on, single crochet 2, 1 and 2, and then in the next stitch we're going to increase, repeat that again, single crochet 2, increase, and all the way around until you reach the end of the round. Your piece should now look a little something like this. You've got the head now formed, And you can clearly see the difference between where the head ends and where the body starts. For this next round, round number 9, we're going to single crochet 3 and then increase, repeating that 4 times around. So it'll look like this. 1, 2, 3 single crochets, and then increase. By the way, we're back to working in both loops instead of just front loops only. Alright, single crochet 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to increase. Let's keep going. Single crochet 1, 2, and 3, and increase. And last repetition, single crochet 1, 2, and 3, and increase. And we're going to do one more round of increases here. We're going to single crochet 4 and then increase all the way around, doing that 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then increase, and continue around. 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochets, and an increase, and so forth. Alright, and that's that for round number 10 here. For rounds 11 to 13, we're going to simply single crochet around, and that's not increasing or decreasing, just doing straight rounds here. And we're going to do that for 3 rounds total. So let's go ahead and single crochet around, and I'm going to meet back when we are finished with round number 13. If you're using a stitch marker, you can go ahead and shift it up to the spot to keep track of where these 3 rounds start and end. Here you can see round 13 is complete, and we've got the body of our seal forming. And let's go ahead and move on to round number 14. For round 14, we're going to single crochet 2 and decrease, repeating that around 6 times. Here's what it'll look like. Single crochet 2, and then a decrease. And again, we're going to repeat that around 6 times. So single crochet 2 and decrease. Single crochet 2, decrease, single crochet 2, decrease, single crochet 2, decrease, and single crochet 2, decrease, and now we're going to single crochet around for round number 15, doing a straight round here with no increases or decreases. At this rate, after you finish round 15, we can go ahead and stuff the head and the body We want to make sure the head is well stuffed before we move on. After you stuff your seal, we can go on to round 16. For round 16, we're going to single crochet and decrease 6 times around. So that's single crochet and decrease. Single crochet, decrease. Single crochet, decrease, single crochet, decrease, single crochet, decrease, and last one, single crochet and decrease. And then for the very last round, round number 17, we're simply going to decrease a round for a total of 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's that for the body. We're going to fast off with a tail so that we can sew the opening closed. And now's the time, if you find that the last few or last bit of the tail isn't stuffed enough, you can go ahead and add some stuffing in now to make up for it. I like my amigurumi nice and chubby, so I like to stuff it quite well. And now let's go ahead and sew up the bottom here. So I'm just gonna thread my yarn needle. And what I like to do when closing up the opening is to go through just the front loops only, and I do a running stitch around. So as you can see, I'm going in and out the front loop. And last one, in and out that front loop. And then when I pull it tight, it cinches up the hole really neatly. And sorry for the shedding. Now you can go ahead and weave in the ends for your tail. For the muzzle, we'll be crocheting with the medium weight yarn and the 3.25mm hook. Let's start with 4 chains. So I'm going to begin my chains with a slip knot. And now chain 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then you're going to work in the second chain from the hook, starting from there. So going into that second chain, we're going to insert a single crochet. Then we're going to single crochet in the next chain. And then in the last chain here, we're going to insert 3 single crochets. So going in here, I'm going to put in all 3. 1, 2, and 3. after you put in 3 single crochets, you're going to find yourself on the other side of the chain. We're going into the unworked loops on the other side of the chain. We're going to single crochet 1 in that middle chain. And then in that very last stitch, or the very last chain, we're going to put 2 single crochets. And last, we're going to join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet we made. Like so. And we're going to fasten off with a long tail so that we can use it for sewing onto the body later. Here's the muzzle piece complete. Let's move on. Now it's time for the arm flippers. We're going to use medium weight yarn and the 3.25mm hook. To begin with round 1, we're going to start with a magic ring. In the magic ring, you're going to insert 6 single crochets. So I'm going to start my slip knot here to begin my stitches. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we're going to tighten that ring. After that, we're going to work around for round 2. You're going to single crochet and then increase, repeating that 3 times around for a total of 9 stitches. So in that first stitch, I'm going to single crochet, then I'm going to increase in the next stitch, like so. Repeat that again, single crochet, increase, and repeat that a 3rd time, single crochet, and increase. And now we can go ahead and move on to round number 3. For round 3, we're just going to single crochet around. So that's 9 stitches all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Alright, I'm going to push my piece inside out so it's easy to do it while you haven't gone too far down the rounds yet. Now the right side is out, wrong side's in. Let's continue with round number 4. For round 4, we're going to single crochet 7 and then decrease. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And last part is a decrease, like so. Now, very last round, we're going to single crochet 2 and decrease 2 times around. Here's what it's going to look like. Single crochet 2, 1 and 2, and then we're going to decrease here, and once more, single crochet 1 and 2, and decrease. And that's that for the arm flipper. We're going to go ahead and fasten off with a bit of a tail, or a long tail, so that you can sew it to the body later. You're going to want to make 2 of these. And let's pull that starting yarn tail back into the flipper to hide it, like so. For the tail flippers, we're going to start with the medium weight yarn and a 3.25mm hook. We're going to begin with round 1, a magic ring to start, and in the magic ring you're going to insert 6 single crochets. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 single crochets. Then you're going to tighten the ring. Alright, for round number 2, we're simply going to single crochet around, so inserting a single crochet in each stitch, going into the first one here, and making a single crochet. Next one, third one, fourth, fifth, and sixth. And I'm going to be pushing my piece right side out. Now for round number 3, we're going to single crochet 2 and then increase, repeating that 2 times around. So in the first stitch, I'm going to single crochet, next stitch, single crochet, and in the third stitch, I'm going to increase with 2 stitches. Now I'm going to repeat that a second time, single crochet, increase. Now that is round number 3. For round number 4, you're simply going to single crochet around. That's a total of 8 stitches. So we're going to go around for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This next round is going to be a decrease and then single crochet 2, repeating that 2 times. So here I'm going to decrease. That means single crocheting 2 stitches together, and then 2 single crochets. That's 1 and 2. Now we're going to repeat that a second time, decrease. And single crochet twice. 1 and 2. And now we're going to work another round of decreases, decrease and single crochet, repeating that 2 times. Let's go ahead with the first decrease. Decrease, single crochet, and once more, decrease, and a single crochet. And then that's that for a tail flipper. You'll just want to pull the starting yarn tail in. I like to just use my hook to grab that and pull it in. And go ahead and make 2 tail flippers. We're going to fasten off with a long tail so that you can use it for sewing to the bottom of the body later. Here's the finished look. Make sure to crochet your snowy seal pup a buddy so he won't be lonely. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial.